Welcome back, ladies, to my little neck of the woods. This is Women's Wednesday on the Revolting Man channel. Today, not doing so good. I've been in a little bit of a funk in the past few days, and so this video is probably more for me than it is for anybody else. But I just wanted to talk about what we do in these kind of moods, or these kind of I call them a funk. I think what happens is that the day-to-day monotony gets to us, and we find ourselves just a little bit less enthusiastic about life and less enthusiastic about our roles and being a wife and a mother. And I'll tell you what, I couldn't wait to escape out to the woods today. My children are driving me nuts. The 2-year-old is making messes every time I turn around. The house is a mess, and I have no desire to clean it. You know the ordeal. I mean, I'm sure you do. It doesn't matter how big of a family size or how small or whatever. We all go through these periods in life that are just blah. You know, they're just not exciting. They're not fun. It seems like nothing to get excited about. And I want to posit to you that it's in these times that I think the enemy of our souls is trying to sneak in and to steal our joy. And you know, in the big times in life, the big moments, the birth of children and weddings like we just had recently, those big moments, I think, is almost easier for us to keep our focus and make sure that our heads are on straight. And at least for me, that is, you know, when I am facing a birth of a child, I am looking to God even more so than I normally would be, and making sure I'm remaining focused on Him. And but it's in these little moments that you know, our moods are just whatever. I'm not sure if it's hormonal or what. I know I hate to use hormones as an excuse a lot of the times, but you know, it's just in those day-to-day monotony of life that we tend to forget to keep our focus. And I know that in times past, it always ended badly for me. It always ended in me getting irritated with my husband and my children, and blowing up and causing fights. And now when I see myself in one of those moods, I try to be more aware of it, and I try to be more focused on getting through it without doing any damage. And I think how I do that is I just, again, it's you're won half the battle when you can recognize it for what it is. It's just a mood. And I love a passage in the Screw Tape Letters by C.S. Lewis that he talks about, you know, the minor demon is talking to the upper demon. You know, I don't know if you've read the book, but it's a great book. The head demon is telling the lower demon to try to make sure that the Christian always is never aware that the ebb and flow of life is normal. So to when the Christian is in a low or a trough, to make them think that, you know, it's the end of the world and, you know, this is terrible, and to make them forget that, you know, just like any normal rhythm, he's going to come back up. And, you know, that's the rhythm of life, is these ebbs and flows, these high points and these low points. And so I think to get through them, that's the first thing, is that we have to recognize it for what it is. And then we have to be aware of our moods and the way we're treating others, and just make sure we're putting more of an effort into the way we're treating others, and to bless others even when we don't feel like it. So for instance, I think that when I'm in a bad mood, that it tends to rub off. And, you know, my husband might come home from work in a good mood, you know, and I'm in a bad mood because of my own head. You know, it has nothing to do with anybody else. You know, the normal things that I would just not care about for some reason are just being really irritating to me at the moment. And so, you know, when I'm in an irritable mood, and then, you know, either, you know, somebody else, one of my kids, or he becomes irritable, and I'm like, oh man, you know, now he's in a bad mood, and we're all just going to be in a bad mood. So I just wanted to encourage everyone today that if you're facing those blah days, and where, you know, you're irritable and whatnot, just try to keep focus, keep perspective, that it's just one of those down times, that there is going to be a mountaintop coming again, and try not to do any damage in the meantime, like I would frequently have done in the past. So happy Wednesday. I hope it's a good one. The Sabbath is right around the corner, so thank y'all for being here, and I look forward to the first Wednesday in March and having something else to say to y'all ladies.